Are you looking for some seriously crazy Minecraft seeds? Well, look no further, because I've scoured the internet to bring you a list of the craziest seeds out there. From insane giant fusions to unbelievable sinkholes, get ready to be blown away by the sheer lunacy of these seeds, as you won't find anything else like them in the entire world of Minecraft. So the question is, are you ready to take on the challenge and check out these amazing seeds? Alright then, let's go. Our first seed is a basic flowing tree.
I mean, it's alright, like...
Staying 68 complete blocks from the forest it was supposed to spawn on, and a whopping 114 blocks from the floor. But it's definitely gonna be the least craziest seed we're gonna see. It could really be cool for things like maybe skyblock or having a floating treehouse build or something like that, but it's not really as mind-blowing as the crazy fusions we're about to see right now, because we're moving on to this seed, which literally has a jungle temple and a plains village merged together. This is a pretty cool thing to see, and a pretty rare one too, since the chance of this happening is actually 1 in 7 million. Another weird thing about this merger is that if you go into the temple, there is literally 2 villagers trapped in their homes because it's merged with the temple and there is no way out for them. I mean, it's a really odd thing to happen, but you ain't seen odd yet until you've seen this insane merger, which is one thing I've never seen before and didn't even imagine to be possible at the beginning of Minecraft 1.19. Now, what we see here is that Skull from the Deep Dark has literally taken over 2 of the end portal blocks, rendering it completely useless. I mean, how is this even possible? I'm trying to recreate the process, but it just doesn't work. And as if that wasn't crazy enough, right around the portal room, there's a giant fusion. 2 ancient cities join to form one giant mega city. Do you think you can defeat the wardens and take this territory as you want? Now, have you ever thought of getting a seed with a beautiful spawn and a red structure just around spawn? Well, this seed has just that and more. You spawn on a mountainside with views of the meadows and an open plain for building. And it will take some exploring, but move to these coordinates and you'll find this marvel, a sinkhole smack dab in the middle of a lake bed. As you see, many of these sinkholes actually occur in lake beds, so build here and you'll be getting a splendid lake view, which is just one of the perks of this seed, as in this sinkhole there's a literal monument, one of the very structures in Minecraft, in one of the most broken things Minecraft is generating right now in your lake. But what's that you say? You're looking for something closer to spawn? Well, look no further, because in this seed, you have a really good spot. It's a tiger forest, which has a ruined portal right next to a village, which is actually above a really cool, really large, lush cave, signaled by these azalea trees. But that's not all. Just a stone's throw away from spawn, you have another lake with a sinkhole right in the middle of it, inside of which there's a floating shipwreck. I guess it just spawned here because the game still thinks the sinkhole is the ocean, so the shipwreck trying to spawn in the ocean spawned in the sinkhole instead. But I guess it'll make quite a spectacle for you as you flaunt your impossible to believe land in front of all your friends, if you have friends, that is. Didn't like that one? Well, more seeds coming at ya. Maybe you're the kind of person who wants to live in the sinkhole but don't want the stress of building in the sinkhole. Well, I get it, I get you, and we have something perfect for you, because at this seed you get a little mansion in the sinkhole, which is just amazing. Yes, you couldn't live in the other two because the monument is below water and the ship is fully waterlogged, but this is perfect. I mean, you have to take out all the villagers and maybe do some renovations, which could be really hard, but in the end you end up with a miracle of a mansion. This next seed takes the saying whatever floats your boat to a new level. You spawn in a cave, which isn't really the best of spawns, as many people don't like cave spawns like that. But your spawn is actually right next to a ruined portal that's almost completed. But that doesn't make it special, you say? Well, what really makes this sea special is the literal floating ship above the cavern. I mean, what are these pirates on? Maybe the poison of potatoes it was carrying caused it, but I don't know. I just don't understand. I guess it's just bad Minecraft generation. And what I see coming from this is a really awesome starter house. I mean, just like the one Waddles built in his survival guide, I see that here. I see a very big possibility for that. It will also make an awesome meme. Another random site is this desert temple, which literally spawned in a mangrove swamp, which if you don't know isn't the right biome. The desert this temple was actually supposed to spawn in is actually some 100 blocks out of this mangrove swamp. I guess the game just thought this little piece of land was a desert and for some reason just generated the temple there. And for something that is right at spawn, it has some amazing loot. I mean, it literally has a gap hole in every chest. I mean, 5 enchanted apples and 2 golden apples in one temple, it's just a gift from heaven if you ask me. And a spawn too, gosh. Now for more few structures. This village has a huge problem coming to affect it all the way from the nether. As this ruined portal is gonna end up burning all of the village down. Cause as you can see, just cause these chunks are loaded, this entire structure has been destroyed and the fire is spreading. The villagers are in big danger and they don't even realize it yet. It could even end up causing a huge forest fire here someday. There's also a blacksmith in this village if you really need loot, cause there's nothing more Minecraft than plundering a village in peril, as they say. Now for the last one, we have what would have to be the craziest fusion on this list. I mean, for this seed, you spawn on a beach next to 2 plains villages. But what is really crazy about this seed is not happening in the villages. Well, actually some part is, cause both these villages actually have blacksmiths, which is just a big W. But another thing about this seed slash spawn is that as we go into spectator mode, we can see that directly below the village is a stronghold. But it's not just one stronghold, not 2, but 3 strongholds. I mean, I've never seen a stronghold this huge. 3 strongholds in one location. There's one portal here, another one here, and the 3rd one here. Also, look at this cool thing. And if you think I'm done, I'm not, cause just below the strongholds, you guessed it, there's an ancient city. Nothing on the ground is complete without having an ancient city these days. And there's one more thing, a literal mineshaft ensnared in this cave madness. This is not just a fusion, it is the beginning of something bigger than that. Some never before seen rare collection of seeds that are so special, they have to be called a higher name than just special. They have to be called ultimate. Starting with a 5 structure collision. First, you spawn in the forest, but move around just a bit and you'll find this crazy 5-way structure, which includes a shipwreck which slammed into a pillager outpost with a ruined portal which fused with a temple, all in a village. I mean, how does this even happen? How does Minecraft generation do like this? And all this is actually happened right beside a coral reef and a mangrove swamp. And there's also a camel too. How do I look? And now, for the last of the sinkhole specials. If you're looking for something odd, then this is right for you. It has a sinkhole which goes all the way down to bedrock. Huh? You don't like it? Well, there's also a geode close to it. Still nothing? Well, what if I told you that there's actually an odd occurrence below bedrock? If you go to these coordinates below bedrock, you see this, a buried treasure that can be obtained in survival, cause it's bedrock generated above it. I guess it generated there because the game thinks that the sinkhole is still an ocean, as I said before, so it places the structure below it. But I'm just saying the pirate who buried this had to have some guts of steel. Now back to the ultimate seeds. This seed was so broken that the first time I loaded it, it generated this and crashed my game. It's literally blowing up on the internet right now. This location literally has a floating mansion with a treasure chest buried inside of it. And on top of it is the most broken site ever. A pillar of half a pillager outpost holding up a half-frozen aquifer, and then above the half-frozen aquifer there's a completely frozen aquifer with a pillager outpost on top of it. I mean, this pillager definitely had some great building this. Then on jumping down, there's a floating village right next to the mansion. I mean, these villagers are playing a really dangerous game here, entering the mansion all willy-nilly. Better make him some golems to protect them. And that's still not all, because below the mansion there's still a monument. If that isn't blowing your mind yet, why did I tell you that's not all? There's also a geode and an end portal in this little cube over here. I mean, about 7 structures in one. How broken can Minecraft Bedrock get? Just wow. Next, we have 2 floating aquifers. This one generated this broken structure and crashed the game again. So moving on to the second, which has an aquifer regenerated at Y250, and I'm not sure I've seen anything generate more satisfying than this in Minecraft. I mean, just look at it. This is another cracked magnet's findings, the seed before being his first, and I can't really explain this, but I guess because of the village and the sinkhole below, the aquifer is generated higher up or something like that. Make sure you go watch Cracked Magnet's full video for a full explanation. But let's just move on to the second floating aquifer. It's loaded up now. Also found by Cracked Magnets, which not only has this big floating ball of rock above an aquifer for some reason, but below there's actually a 3-way structure fusion with a pillager outpost, a temple, and a village. And what's happening here? I mean, the villager is stuck in the block. It doesn't look like he's dying or anything. He's just stuck there. That's just odd, and it has to be one of the weirdest things I've seen today. And trust me, I've seen a lot. I actually thought the last seed could be the craziest seed ever, but flowing sinkholes, can Bedrock generation get any crazier? Well, it just might, cause of this one seed. You spawn in a huge cave with a mineshaft, and above you a lush cave. If this doesn't look like the ideal spawn to you, there is a clear way to get to the surface through this waterfall. But you're gonna wanna stay in the caves if you wanna see this one. All you need to do is to enter one of the various tunnels in the mineshaft, and from then on you have an infinite mineshaft to explore, unlimited resources, large lush caves. I literally kept going straight and the journey literally didn't end. I teleported thousands, hundreds of thousands, and then millions of blocks from spawn, and I still saw more and more mineshafts. It just keeps going. Then I teleported too far and got to the literal world border, the far lands of Bedrock, the Stripe lands, and there were still mineshafts to come, thousands of blocks out. You know, I thought repeating caves were a thing of the past, as we believe they were past, but well, here we are, an infinite cave right here on Broken Edition. Unbelievable. Was you mind blown by any of these seeds? Let me know which one down in the comments below. And remember, since there are more than 18 quintillion seeds out there, there has to be one that will be perfect for you. So if you want to see more insanely good seeds that will be ideal for your next Minecraft survival world, click on this video right here. You could also comment down what you want to see. I hope you enjoyed the new year, and until next time, keep on crafting.